I don't know. It's America. In America, you can wear a jacket, sensible, and jeans. Nobody's gonna stop you. You know, if you feel ancient or something, like I'm wearing my cloak because it's fucking cold. And cloaks went out of fashion a long time ago. It's like, why would you wear a cloak? Well, for accuracy. Sometimes people wear cloaks. I don't know. It doesn't mean anything. I just cold. If you're cold and you have a blanket, wear one. If you got a snuggie, wear one. You want to show your Iron Man, go to Norway and wear a shirt. You're gonna change your clothes. Well, hello. Look at this one, so brave. It's pretty much like why? Why not? This is America. Why is it called America? You can change careers. You know, feeding the pigeons is like feeding the platinum or something. You can see this. All of you are like this. You're just one pizza and then like, give me that slice. I want a slice, not knowing that there is another pizza factory. Or like if you like to eat babies, it's like, give me that baby. Why don't we just get the baby? It's like chickens. In my family, the Beltran family, let's say, or the Baldwin family, it's like that's my favor, right? And you're just new here, and you don't understand. Like Long Island Audit is like, well, I'm a stranger. Is this how you welcome guests? No, but that's my spot. You should be gracious enough to give up your spot. There's a guest, and even an invader. Of course, you're gonna get angry. But every invader is a guest. They're just testing. Like if I'm mean, then I have nice family. Like I'm the weird one. This is how you treat my family, and you're gonna love them. So I better be mean as I can. It's like this pigeon. There's so many pigeons. But I've been to a nice place. I'm also gonna renew my World of Warcraft subscription just to appease my cousin, cause like he's going crazy, and so am I. Like back then, it was nice and simple. I asked him, so that's what being a father is all about, huh? It's like sometimes you try to teach the kid until he's an adolescent, and then he's just like, yeah, 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 but he's already making plans. Hey, Grady, how you doing? Do you prefer vampire? Because I don't think you're a very good vampire. I don't think so. You're not menacing enough. Like, here, I'll show you what a vampire pigeon does. And then you have to go like, ah, the pigeons are attacking me. Ah, you know? So I fully believe that you saw a planet. You're in the northern reaches, so, like you would have the early warning system. But at this point, if we're gonna die through hey Badger, how you doing? What happened to you? You were missing in action for like a couple days. People thought you died. I was filling in, concealing the gap. What the hell? You're passing out? Okay, sleep well. I'll see you in the dream time. I'll tell Freddy Krueger to just like chill with that shit. And Jaden Smith. Something wrong with that boy. He's like trying to prove he's black. It's like my father's Will and my mom is Jada, and I'm worse than both of them. Bullshit, you are. He hasn't done anything good. Yeah, okay. Other things, this thing of ours. Fine. Just like in the Glengarry Glen Ross, Al Pacino's in there. It's like, where's the guy? Alec Baldwin is like, where's the usual? Well, whatever. If he's too busy, he's too busy. And then he goes up to Kevin Spacey. You owe me money. Like that. I'll tell you, Jaden's a fucking nitwit. For a guy with an N, it's like I do emerald green, right? But Jade is better than that. But that's my lawyer. You guys hear me, or did I go mute again? As a vampire, or like Doctor Doom, like I could be Victor Von Doom. But they chose Robert Downey Jr. So I'm like, Yeah, Brief audio dropout. No, I have a friend named Brief in Conspiracy Theory, so that's a name you don't want to use. Unless you're ready, Badger. He'll assign you to all sorts of working and doing things, becoming a Zionist mod. If you're not ready. Hi, Brief. That's my friend Brief. Let me zoom in. Brief? That's Fox Badger. Do you think he could work at Godlight Productions? I don't think he can post Godlight Productions. You know? If you're ready for stuff. Hi, Chip. This is Chip. And that's Trinity, the owner of the forum. And I think that's Merit or Mila Moon. I don't know. Or maybe even Scrump. Whatever. Say hi to all the pigeons of Godlike Productions. So if you can post the link, one of you two, I know Crady's passing out, but they're doing a recruitment drive, which means they hold all your content hostage until you pay up. It would be a real solid thing if one of my mods posted, like Jiz has already done it, so you don't have to, but I sure would appreciate it. The all new Zionist mods are kind of panicking. HTTPS colon // I'll do it myself. I just figured I'd offer it to all my mods first before I do it properly. You know, just to show that all new recruits from the Bus Nouveau are in fact conspiracy theory approved. Because my cousin, he lectured me about conspiracy theory. He knows a lot about American history, like Japan was stronger than America, and even Germany was scared. So I was like, what the fuck? Why am I doing this? Yeah, and he's not afraid of his thing. Actually, I'm gonna play a link from my one of my not cousins, nephews, but he's a huge monster now. Hold on. I put two links in the chat. If you click on it, you'll go away from anything, and I'll see if you want to come back. Oh, you can't. I'm on mobile, and I just did. So one of us is lying. That means you're not trying. It's the last priority. I don't believe in things like I can't. Can't is just a word like, Trump. Hey, Herbo. Nice. And he's got his entrance music like Brock Lesnar. Bum, ba-da-da-dum. Gojira. When Herbo comes in. I can kind of hear it. You gotta cringe from pigeons so that they come back. That's the only human we can scare. Nice one, Herb. So anyway, my counter to Godzilla is of course King Kong.
Guys, it helps to remember what you did after a loss, so that you know what to do the next time round. Losing gives you that valuable experience you need as a new player, and it keeps you grounded.
Yeah, that's just a sample from one of my new shorts. I was reviewing my nephews. I have two nephews. One is my godson, and one is just like regular nephew. But it turns out my regular nephew is putting in the work, like David Sebastian. It's just like the slow grinders, kind of like Vivek, dude. That's why, like if you're doing high voltage, sometimes establish your ground. Yeah, those aren't like, users who just don't know how to use it. They don't know how to be Zionist mod. I barely scraped by. So either somebody retired or died because of COVID and shit. So I have an opportunity. See, Vivek is, against all odds, a fucking hardworking Indian. And I went to school with a couple of those. So did you. He went to your high school. So, he relies on you to do flashy, but he knows you'll quit. I met with this Russian lady. Is like, went up to my office. I'm a registered Republican. Vote for me and I'll defeat Andrew Cuomo. And I looked at her. You're a communist and you have no chance. You need my signature. Cuomo doesn't do that shit. It's like, he's a shoo-in. Even my cousin's voting for him. So, as a proxy voter, is that. All I can do is magical shit. So, I assessed your odds in ruling. I gave the AI, like, listen, you motherfuckers. Grok, Siri, all the NASA. You got to somehow elect Herb as a ruler of all Columbus or Ohio. Sorry, I keep messing up Columbus and Cincinnati. I don't know why. Because I used to date a girl from Columbus. She's Japanese. So she's interrupting me as a witch right now. He does have the balls. That's the thing. You haven't seen what I seen. He put like billboards in Brooklyn. It's like, listen, you really like all this incompetence and anti-Semitism? Because I don't. Even my mom on Facebook, before she died, liked his page. I can't fight against my mom. This is war machine shit. So I'm gonna advise you the best way I know how. Or all right. So let Vivek win this cycle. You give him a 2 year thing to fix things the way you like it, and then you support him. He's gonna fuck up. I bet you. Right. So it's like there's a fictional character named Hope Hubris on Bio of a Space Tyrant by Piers Anthony. Known pedo, but he's old. Okay, and but the only thing, the reason I keep pedos around is they write their memoirs of what fucking works. For you to be elected as governor, you're gonna have to spend either, I told the AI before my next birthday, but you have to do long range think, 2 years or more. Okay. So why would you campaign and lose? This is so to establish that Vivek is the incumbent and you're the plucky native Cincinnati, born and raised, all-American, yeehaw, cowboy, you know that. You're becoming communist. Keep it 2 to 3. That's socialist. This is like a social experiment. Okay, the bus will back you. However, you are contending with the alternate reality timeline selves of Herb Schnerbler, where he's not afraid to go come in his own name, and it's just like a cloak. You know what I mean? Like they think you're slow. Like imagine all your alternate timeline reality selves. When I was working at a sushi place, I brought in customers, and I didn't quit, and I endured, and I took over the fucking Korean like retired in my favor. Why are you quitting like that? And so, as your advisor, I'd be like, listen, he's getting grassroots support. Vivek is astroturfing. We're doing it natural, slow. We plant the seeds, and yes, it takes a long time, but it's like debit versus credit. You can make infinite credit because it's other people's money. Debit is your very own money. Right. But, once you die, taxes is still there. Did you pay all your taxes to your killers? I don't think you did. Maybe I was there. And I was like, I was impressed at how you died. Maybe I'll work for this guy. There's a lot of heroes and legends who die magnificently. And just like, I've never seen anybody die like that. It's preposterous. I wonder, like, I could pull a favor, resurrect him, and see how he does in another body. Because that shit, it's hilarious. All right? I do the same thing with God. God, I died again. How preposterous was it? It's a long story, but I was leaning up on this sculpture and a lightning bolt hit me. No, it's like, we input people of our own. Not just like to make, but to equalize. So it's a 50-50 chance. Herb could still lose, but at 50%. You know what I mean? Vivek will attack him, and he only has a 50% chance to win. So when you know you're going to lose, you gain experience for that. You don't want to lose again. If Herb ever reapplies and is like, listen, I understand what you said. You're offering me this business. You're sick and tired of you want to travel all over the world, go back to Japan where you were respected. I'll take care of these things for you. You bully me once a month and I'll send you money. Have a great time. But you didn't take that bait. You can still reopen, but you're not ready to be management, like for real. Like you can rename that sushi place Quitters, Sushi and Sashimi. You just don't want to do it. I have the same problem, Herb. All these people is like, you know what to do, right? You just don't want to do it. Yes, because a royalty gets decapitated. I'm making sure, like, my neck is actually able to stop a machete, for example. It cannot. I have all these cuts that tell me, my body is basically gonna get chopped up into ground beef. It's like my wife got cut. She bought her own goddamn knife, but I know that kind of knife. It's like a Hebron knife. Sure, he'll play along for a little bit, but if he gets the opportunity, he will fucking cut you. And I had to chastise that Hebron knife. Listen, okay? I chopped up bananas. I used it to scrape. If you ever have a knife and it's bloodthirsty, use this fingernail. This fingernail is like whatever you do, you yell at the back of the knife. You spine like you're supposed to watch the edge, like it's a older brother, younger brother. So my wife had to cut her finger, and I had to put a band-aid. And I was like, I thought we had a deal. You're backstabbing Jew knife. It's his nature. And then the only thing I can get out of Hebron is like, I'm gonna mod you. No, 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 no. I'm gonna get corrupted by power. Yeah, like give me all your fears. I'm hungry. You know, here I am like saddled with hope. This is the color for me, emerald green, but I don't have my sparkles or my stun like a wizard. It's just I'm seeing who's gonna tackle me. Hey, dumbass, what are you wearing? Not a jacket, faggot. Something like that. I have a Nautica jacket. I shouldn't be cold, but it's like tomorrow is gonna be 93 degrees. So I figured I have one of these. So if you're really serious about defending your Cincinnati homeland, see, I'm getting like fucking phobish. Phobish is like fresh off the boat, or in this particular case, fresh off the Building Back Better of Biden. It's always a B. If you've never been to 4chan, B's a bunch of weirdos, man. Like even I'm like, okay, you serve God some purpose. You're smart and effective, but you got a twist. I don't like really dealing with them. So, I know you're scared, Herb. Vivek is not scared of posting at Godlike Productions, trying to rally up votes. You have to be there to answer him. Otherwise, I know you're not serious. You're going to roll over Vivek. Oh, now it's Indian Cincinnati. Or like Mumbai Nati. It's up to you. I'm here to help. If you want to lead a guerrilla revolution like John Connor in Cincinnati, be my guest. But I've watched something like The Twilight Zone, and it's like there's an episode called The Dome, and it's like, oh, all hope is lost. It's a nuclear holocaust. I've stockpiled guns. I'm gonna fight all the zombies. And then the camera zooms out, and you see like where the father is fighting all of the post-apocalyptics. The peaceful people built the dome, and his wife and his kids is like, when is Daddy coming out? He's working through some things, right? Like I told you, like maybe rename it to Overcomers. But if you're not willing, I asked Cameron, is like, listen, you want to like Cameron chicken? It's all the same. Or Cumtown. It's like I can't change the chicken, but what I can do is change the helicopter. And I was like, good, then I'll change. Okay. So I'm gonna just replay what my nephew did because he's huge now, and I'm scared because all them years ago I was in an organization called the Squires of Columbus. It's like the Knights of Columbus, the Irish, who kicked out all the Italians in certain places. So, and then I mentored a kid, like he was just like this tall, and then suddenly he sprouted up. Next thing I know, he's a Satanist. Next thing I know, he's swimming to rescue his nephew, and then he got eaten by a shark, and all they had was a leg for the funeral. So I'm kind of worried about shit like that. Hey, Name, speaking of, listen, why you're hitting like Stone's brother so hard? If you do that, he'll come back to life just to talk to you. Chill with that shit. I understand it's easy targets. Like I played into your joke is like that joke hits on all these levels. Levels meaning steps because he died falling down the steps. But there's like Michael Douglas, gay actor Michael Douglas, and he died falling down. And there was another poster is like falling down 3.14, and some conspiracy theory people is like he probably picked that name because he fell down the stairs 3.14 times. So I know about that kind of angle. You are a rat bastard. Are you my rat bastard or what? Because actually, I need you to say no, denied. I'm gonna help Herb. Herb is much more charming, more presentable, more photogenic than me. Believe me, unless he goes sideways with the nose. If you can see, my face is flat. You know what I mean? I have no chance in politics. No fucking chance. So I have to use an adjunct, a white person. Somebody can say, "Isn't that what you people do? You go to the ocean and fry all the things that come up?" Yeah, I need that kind of guy. That's a rat bastard. You might be like a ratling, but Herb's a full-on rat bastard, and he's challenging anything that threatens. But he's gonna lose. That's the shit. You're fighting the war machine. You gotta accept the first loss so you can have 1,000 victories. You gotta learn how hard it is to lose something you built with your own bare hands, your reputation, because this guy is used to taking down people. The test for you, Herb, is I put a link in this stream. Click on Godlike Productions. Announce yourself. I am Herb Schnerbler. Not your real name. Not your real name. Everybody takes on an assumed name, like a club name. You go clubbing, what's your name? I'm Fergus McTurgus. I don't look Scottish, but that's a long story. Later, when you get vibe with a girl or something. So, that was just your club name. What's your real name? Nate. Okay. Clyde Winchester. That's great. That's for the CW. If you don't know CW11, I'm going to sign, what's his face? Keenan Ivory Williams. Because Tim Pool got Roseanne Barr. I have Norm MacDonald. And then those three are some sort of Trinity Council. Now, being West is like you like to wait. You're a waiter. Okay? But they have waiters in the East too. They're very snobbish. It's like, you'll not buy a dead dog. This wet market, not fag market. So I'm your adjunct here. He is from India, Vivek. He's used to being cramped, like in China. They always go to the cramped place, population centers. If he didn't make president, he's gonna get Cincinnati or Ohio. Just like you. You couldn't hack that job in the sushi place. You're on the make now. You made your first month's rent doing odd jobs, but you're not happy. I can tell. Why are you in the Cumtown chat? If you were really happy, you'd be gone like Irish Kelly. You'd be collecting your shit, retired. Yeah, I go to a lot of dim sum stuff. It's like, yeah, spare ribs, please. And they don't mind. They're just like, okay. And then, like, everything good? Yeah, he was. I actually remember talking to him, and he was in so much pain. It's like, listen, boyo, I haven't talked to the IRA in a while, but since, you're eager, I'm going to take all my pain medicines and try to rouse up interest. It was if he works for the agency or Fed, going back to your roots is like, so it's the American boy. What are you trying to do? Destroy the IRA? Yeah, we are. Let's go out with a bang. Of course, hey, whatever, man. It's just like these are all cover identities. Nitwit is like my N-word, It's just like, there's no such word as nidiot. Like idiot with an N. But nitwit, it's allowed. If you play Scrabble, you put nidiot, not an idiot. Well, that's a phrase. You know what I mean? So, like in New York City. So he's based here. He tried to take over New York, and he failed. He's an IRA sleeper agent, and New York, after 6 months, want a tranny? Sure do. And then he became a New Yorker. Yeah? I'm not surprised. It's just like the commitment. Even though he's a Fed and like a rebel rouser, he said, he just confessed to me back then, I'm in a lot of pain, boyo. And I'll take all my medicines and give your message. And the world's gone crazy, You can try it, like if you want. See, what I'm doing now is like I played World of Warcraft gladiator stuff or arena, and we were losing every game. So we like my group leader, my team leader, noticed that they would have their name as the winning team, and underneath it we would be it. So we changed our name to fucking retards. That way, it's like you see, go to an office building, you see the important name, and his rank is fucking retards. We got reported so much, you know what I mean? So like we are the greatest destroyers of all time. Underneath it is our team name, fucking retards. His name is Luz. Very, very like Hitler or Winston Churchill type of guy. And we built up our thing. We just did it for the fun because we were exploring a dynamic that doesn't work. 3 melee classes with two-handers. Like we were melted really quickly because it's a very imbalanced thing. It's just like I liked it, and he liked it, and he liked it. Three guys just going against all the world. And we managed to get like 50 reports. We had to change our name like 50 times. Like fucking we tarded or something. People don't like the retards thing. He got the word retard banned and made illegal. Just from that little thing. And he's out there. So what he needs you to do is to take over Ohio. Be more Japanese. If you have to, Herb, I'm going to tell you a word. Don't say this unless you mean it. Find a worthy Japanese girl who will back you. Because there's a lot of influx. Like the Japanese were there first before the Indians. Okay? Here's the word. Aishiteru. Okay? That means I love you. But you only say that if you're going to marry the chick. Because she'll warn you up. Don't say it unless you mean it. In English. Find somebody really like, let's say, rabid like Stone, Even though he's a guy, the more, like Mavis, the more guys hang out with me, I ask them, listen, you were born a guy, you want to die a woman? Make it happen. That's all. You obviously want to die a woman. Why would you get all these surgeries and then you're like, oh, she's so pretty when she died. He was born a man, but when she here at the funeral, she's so lovely. They really captured her femininity. You gotta be ready to die for your beliefs, dude. I want you to listen. Oh, Obama got elected. What do we say to all that, nephew?
Guys, it helps to remember what you did after you lost, so that you know what to do the next time round. Losing gives you that valuable experience you need as a new player, and it keeps you grounded.
Grounded. Okay? Where's Obama now? He's making millions doing speeches, or going to between two firms, And then it's like saying to Zach Galifianakis, and Galifianakis is like, hey, how come you don't go run for a third term? And Obama says, like what you did, let's say, all these things. You're a very famous Hollywood celebrity. But Hangover 2, does the world really need to see a Hangover 3? Pretty much covered in the first two, And he got so deflated, it's like, you're an asshole. It's true. Obama is funny to me. He's either a Muslim or a gay. It doesn't matter, or black. It's just false pretenses. Now we expect him to pronounce all sorts of false pretenses. Not only am I a gay black man, I rule Jupiter. You believe me, don't you? Because I'm Barack Obama. You gotta fucking be like that. When you lie, make it so ridiculous. I told my dad, Happy Father's Day, you own a building in Manhattan. His eyes went like Ricky Fondo. Started calculating all the taxes. That's the best part. God gave me this planet to distribute, okay? I recognize Muslims, the fastest growing religion of all time, but they are bound by a wall because you can't transport an entire planet of Islamic. They have to be contained. Yeah, Natalie Portman was there too. She tried to kill me again, her fucking bitch. I thought we were cool, and then she backstabbed me again, using like a bike. You know why I surround myself in World of Warcraft? I learned something called pillaring. Like, they always target the healer, the DPS. So you just go around in a circle. It's like, don't kill me, Natalie Portman. Like that. You see these barricades? How many bicyclists are coming right for me? There's a bike lane. So if I see one like that, I'm gonna hide. You're gonna hurt yourself, Natalie. Hey, if it isn't my favorite Nigurian, because it's like that. I can say it when Noah's here. So, I'm gonna add you as a moderator. I like to see all blue, that's why. Back the blue. Now, Noah, if you want to just stop on by or send thoughts and prayers to Herb so he can defeat Vivek, you'll be his campaign manager. We're doing it this within 2 years. In 2 years, I have to do wealth management of all the Jews. That's why I'm kind of sucking up to Stone or Portman, because she has in. She got connections, and these are leads. You gotta talk with the Jews and then like be designated harmless. So I want all of you, just like a Woe Bundy, okay? I'm harmless, so all of you must be harmless, okay? So we'll do a Woe Bundy. Let's say I'm Al Bundy, unless Herb wants to be Al. I can be Peggy, I can be Kelly, but we have enough here, all right? We're gonna do a Woe Bundy, but instead of Woe Bundy, it's I'm harmless. I did it audio, okay? Very good name, but I really need you to focus. All I need you guys to say is, I'm harmless. Once you do that, even if you're homeless, it's better to be harmless. Because there's all these wealthy people who are harmless before Trump. Okay? And all I'm really hoping for is your hesitation. It's a trap. We can't trust Nate. Would you rather trust Hevron? Hevron will stab you. I won't. Okay? Hesitate all you like. Think it over. Check with your nearby neighbors. This is Nate Mendez. We don't trust him. Good. You are unanimously mistrusting me. There you go. Why do you say it's so gay? I'm harmless. Badger. You're a fucking freak, dude. Right? Oh, hey, JK, you finally made it. Finally. Because I felt like a piece of shit when you reminded me about the pigeon thing. I checked my calendar. I fully intended to, go there and incense all the pigeons and the pigeon lovers. But I was too busy loving my wife. Well, my heart. I was driving her around. Like, honey, I got to take a poop. Help me. Yeah, it's called, it's a very good morning beer. It's made by Black Rifle. Veteran owned. See that? I am a true American. I know, right? Like, if God was there, it's like, where's Nate? Better to have God ask, where's Nate, than ask, why is Nate here? You know what I mean? Even in production meetings, if yes in America, I know all this shit. You guys are gonna sabotage it, and then we're gonna have bad luck. Why am I even here? It's better. It's like, where's Nate? They want to see my reaction. It's like, I have an all new idea. Oh boy, you know. So, guys, like, where's Irish Kelly? Where's Ricky Fondo? Where's Jacob Maria? They like hearing that. You miss them. Instead of, why is Jacob here? Why is Ricky here? Why is Kelly here? Like, you're a fed, you're an idiot, and you're grumpy. It's known. Okay? And soon, if you fuck up, they're all going to say that. Why is Herb in this chat? It's just like Goodwill Hunting. Oh, you're still here. Morning. See this? Fondo came. Fondo fucking came. Handsome. Handsome from Appalachia came. That's how he comes. It's like when I whistle, Fondo comes. And he just parks his fucking thing. He knows he can trust me with it. Fondo is like, what I gave him is handsome. That kid was handsome. And he just like, sup. I feel like a parking attendant. Cops park here and I watch their car too. You see that pigeon? It's not going to poop on that. Somebody told me you can't do that. I just did though. He just did. If somebody was like, like Fondo, we're in the middle of war against all the Muslims. Nate's calling, so bye. I just did. Fondo I'm very fond of because he's like Oasis. And he would always answer the questions about songs before I asked them. And I ignored it. It was like, it can't be that easy, right? He had to leave. Hey, Herbo called you a dormant eldritch monster. Yes, you are. Who's the greatest dormant eldritch monster of all time? I'm mounting it right now. Give me a kiss. Mwah. Mine. Watch out, he says. Look, I'm slapping at her. Come out, you fucking monster. And I got, even the Satanists like, no thanks. You gotta be like Mighty Yahweh. You know, who made Behemoth lazy? And who put a nose in Leviathan's ring? Do you know, Herb? Sure ain't me, right? Who can flatter Nick Stone and make her change into Sabrina? Who can promote quitters all over the world? Who can wake up every day and ask God, why am I still alive? It's a very short list. I know, I miss him. But, he was too busy organizing Appalachia, but he sent a guy. That's good enough, I feel like, Marlon Brando and like, the singer, Frank Sinatra. It's like, you came. You're not supposed to, but, you got some balls. I know. Hey, are you still going to that 7-Eleven in Northern Boulevard for Celsius or whatever? Pain relievers? Take a look at the garbage can outside, okay? I left you something. That'll get your dumb ass out of bed. Vanity always works too. So that means you have to go out. On your way to physical therapy, just say hi to the guy in the 7-Eleven on Northern and 79th Street. You have 3 lazy hours to find some pretext. I'm going to buy a scratch off. Say hi to the guy. If he's the Chinese guy, I forgot his name. But Ricky came, okay? That means I can send Ricky Fondo anywhere in where he knows where you live. He knows where I frequent. This thing has been here. It could have been a bomb from the terrorists. Detonate. It probably detonated 3 times. I just rearranged the world because my birds are still here. I was. Let me see if I have a picture. Oh, Jesus. The Starbucks energy drinks. Unless you want to win the lottery or something. But it's a stupidity tax. At least you go in there less than $10. You can get a Starbucks or an energy drink. And you have working knees right after. If you win the lottery, they're going to break your fucking knees. How are you going to enjoy your money with broken knees? And then you go to the doctor and it's like the mob is there. Oh, we're going to implant explosives in your knees. You're going to lose your knees again. Get something under $10. Hold on, let me see if I have the thing. You haven't had time to explore all the neighborhood in Jackson Heights. But I know you know what this is. Okay? I had to get cigarettes there, and then they told me there's no cigarettes. But, if you've seen this, you've seen Jackson Heights. Very majestic 12, majestic blue. Okay? So don't fucking tell me I'm a liar. One of us is lying. Just like you don't show up in my streams and I don't show up Pigeon Fest. Sometimes accidents happen. Don't call me a liar, JK. I'll prove the lie to all. Also, yeah. Correct. Although, if you get a big bite, 2 big bites will do you good, man. All those bacteria floating around, settling in there, and then they get holocausted like ovens, I'm going to salute Fondo. You know what? I'm going to hold this. I'm just so glad he came. You know what I mean? I'm just going to hold this. You see? Like Rebel without a cause. I haven't seen that motherfucker in a long time. At least a year. Are you busy? Who's the guy who's in bed 3 hours trying to get over his back pain? You know what I do for my back pain? I get an eldritch monster. Here you go. Eat my spinal fluid. And he's like, thank you, mister. Oh, yum, 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 yum. Put some magnets on your back. I'm sure you could go to 7-Eleven and get some magnets. They have those little cord cutters, like to organize your cords, and then they clap on the rare earth magnets. Just put some. It's like when your doctor said, what are you doing? Nate said so. It won't help, but just like I object to all this pain. That's the point of it. Did you notice I'm wearing a cloak? Ah! Oh, I'm a vampire. Ah! I haven't been arrested, and then this is the loss prevention cameras. You know, people steal $900 worth of stuff from CVS. I could get a gun if they were selling guns. You know, this is the place where I meet all my sons. I met David Sebastian here, and he's doing well. He's like, I got to go back to LA for the riots. And then the New York succubi were like, no, stay here. We have parties. And he's stuck here. Fondo came here. You know what? Just because Fondo came here, okay, do not climb artwork. I have a pen. I'm going to do it. Ricky Fondo. As you can see, it's easily removed. Yeah, I could just get it on wipes and remove that. But I was there, man. It's like the snobbish sup. I seen his face. I have like pictures of his face. No, you can get this a lot less for $2.99. I can show you guys. But you need a safety pin. One thing, if you're gonna wear cloaks all day, you need a safety pin. It's cold. I have a Nautica jacket. Did I tell you all? But it's like I forgot my jacket, so it's cold. I look like I'm homeless. But remember, our woe Bundy is I'm harmless. Okay? Badger did it. Okay? I don't know if Name or Herb can do it or JK. You should be like Fox Badger. He has no fear at all. Like I've always pegged him as a Fed, but it's like you want to retire, right? You want to yell at young interns. It's like, hey, stupid, this coffee has 3, not 2 sugars. Fucking do it all again, or you're fired. I'll take your pension. Oh yeah. Why you never been? What are you, a snob? Look at Mr. Moneybins over here. Let's all call him JK Moneybins from now. Hey, how you doing? Hey, Moneybins, go to your fucking therapist at 1 o'clock and then wipe your ass with $100 bill. You won't do it. You know, poor people are every bit as arrogant as rich people. They used to be rich. They forgot. It's like the expectation. Why am I poor? Oh, that's right. I pressed the more challenge button. I was rich before in a small pond. Now I'm a little fish in a big pond. Nobody cares and nobody who the hell is FedPay? Oh yeah, I'll clear it with Trump. Hey, Donnie, there's Fox Badger. Let's put him with the EPA. You know, just he's watching me as part of the environment. He's protecting me and he has agency. Fox Badger, do you want to press the button and have me shot before all the police? Say yes. I need somebody to say yes, Fox. See, be careful what you say around me. Don't say it unless you mean it. Just like I told her, don't say ashiteru to a Japanese girl, and don't tell me I would love to get FedPay to hang out in bus chat because you'll get it. Call JK Moneybins. That's easier than saying yes, I think. You know, from now on, you just insult this wealthy trillionaire fuckface, which is, I'm poor and relatable. I live in Jackson Heights. I'm the blah, 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 blah. Yeah, right. You're just a trillionaire who doesn't want Trump to get all your money. I'm going to share a secret with all of you. Yes, I was buffering, blah, blah, blah. Now, since I was able to stand here for like an hour, I figure I can walk around Manhattan looking like Dr. Doom. Okay, I've read comics. It's like Spider-Man asked Dr. Doom, why do you always go through the wall? Because, do you want me to go through the door or window like a peasant? I have armor. If you have armor, bust through walls. You're rich enough to do that, you know? So here's another tip. After Father's Day, if you're a good father, tomorrow you're still a father. I'm an almost father. You know, like things that almost manifested. Okay? Right. You're not going to put all of us into Gitmo because we take over Gitmo within a month. In Jersey, in Newark, the prisoners knocked down a wall just because. It's like, we're smart enough, we're contractors. All we need is a hammer. And then they chip, 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 boom. And more people could wear cloaks. It's just, it folds into your backpack. And jackets you can't put in your backpack because you look stupid. But this is like a blanket, you know. Homeless people figure this out. There's a guy with like a comforter, a duvet. Just walks around. I'm mostly naked, but I'm covered in a comforter. I also have a Nautica jacket. I just feel like wearing this because I made this. Okay, but check. Go check. If you don't believe me, if you think I'm a fucking liar, go check the garbage can right in front of the 7-Eleven on Northern. Tell me what you see. Take a picture if you want. Call me a liar. This guy wants like a solid gold statue of him. Yeah, lots of luck, faggot. Brokeback Mountain looking JK. You can tell, he's like, how dare you use the PFE of Uncle Junior when you don't even talk like him? I could talk like Tony Soprano because I consult with dead actor James Gandolfini. And I already have the chinky eyes, you know that? He's Italian. He's like, where's C? Tell me all about the thing. Yeah, that's why because I need something that's warm. It's cold when I'm just wearing a shirt. You would not believe how Arctic it is in New York right now. Yesterday is fucking balmy. Today is like I see people with just shirts, no cloak, no jacket. It's like Norwegians and shit. It's not that cold. Or like those polar bear people. I'm not a polar bear. I'm a guy from the equator, third world minority. This shit is cold. Soon I'll be wearing my staff too. The staff of mages. I don't expect all of you to read Dragonlance Chronicles. But I'll tell you, Cameron or Helicopter is supposed to be my twin brother. But he gets angry at Stone all the time, which is fine. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, if we had more windmills here, like everything, or every street lamp had a windmill on top, we wouldn't really rely on the sun too much. The energy would be like, and then we have a heat exchanger because it's cold. Helicopter. By the way, if you don't know, Cameron is Ann Coulter. You give it away. Like, I should call you Fed Badger because you talk too much, dude. Your vanity comes out. Helicopter, whatever that shit is. I have one. You should see my office. But isn't this enough, Modelo? Isn't this enough satanic imagery? And then, like, where's the satanic pentagram? Or the virgin with blood? It's like, they're too smart to get captured now. It's like they're accountants. Or like Stone, right? Or Portman. It's like, if you keep going at her brother will just, oh, I'm back. I'm going to sacrifice my little sister to Satan. Is that what you want, name? Keep summoning the guy. Eventually, a guy will listen. It's like, so you really want to talk to this guy? You hate her too, name? Yeah, I've always been planning to shove her down the stairs. She didn't do nothing to help me. I'm gonna just like show you for a little performance from God in the rain for all the busters. Hey everybody, and I'm wearing a cloak. Hey everybody, 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 somebody, everybody. Look, look, look. It's name 49 and Herb. Everybody. Hey, everybody. Am I the only one waving? Oh, gosh. There we go. Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. Hey, let's jump. Yay.
All right, thank you, everybody.
Okay, this is how I imagine you two get along.
All right, it's a brand new day. So this is the way that we can start language for a new day.
New day. Got it.
New day.
This is a new day,
We're
Busters.
gonna tap our hands.
You better fucking clap. Bum, ba, bum, ba, 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 bum, bum, bum. I'm an almost father. I don't have any children. This is the closest I can get.
Hey,
Hey,
it's a
brand new day. Hey, you.
got songs to sing.
I don't even know the lyrics, but I know. Everybody, a new day. And then we get this stuff for free. I don't know about your city.
All right, we're gonna jump. Ready?
Okay, we're all gonna jump. Boing.
Come
And
on,
then
jump,
boing,
jump,
boing,
get your body
boing, boing.
moving. Jump,
Jump.
get your body moved. Good job.
Boing,
Jump, get your body moved. Jump. Now, can you hop on one foot?
Oh yes, I can. Hop, hop,
Like you just
boing,
can't stop.
hop, hop.
Like
You
you
can't,
just
stop.
Other foot.
Hop, hop.
Like you just
Can't.
can't stop.
Some people feel they're too old to do this. I'm having a midlife crisis, boys.
But don't fall down.
Spin around, don't fall down. Spin around. How many feds would do this? They'd feel so stupid. Get down low, get down low, get down. Come on, JK, this is for your back pain. And touch your toes. I can't, I'm old. You can touch your nose, right? Nose.
And you touch your toes.
And toes, toes, toes.
Now my favorite part, we're gonna put our hands in the air and say, oh yeah. You ready?
Oh
Put our
yeah.
hands in
In
the
the
air
air and say, oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Hey, hey.
How many Asians do you see here? I'm the only, mostly.